Hello and welcome to the Calm and Content Mind. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make clear slime, one of my favorite slime textures. I made this clear slime about a month ago because I learned when you make clear slime you need to let it sit for at least 2 weeks for all the air bubbles to come out. So it's a little sticky. I just opened it today. And we're going to play with it a little bit. I'm also going to show you how to make it. And I think I'm going to put some color in it for the first time too. Add a little borax, kind of get it a little more pliable. It's very runny right now, but beautiful and clear. So let's get started. Supplies needed to make clear slime: clear glue, a borax solution. You'll find a recipe for borax solution in the description below. I have my borax solution in a succulent water bottle feeder. It works really well. You also need a bowl. I use a plastic bowl I found at my local dollar store. It works really well to make slime. You'll also need a silicone spatula for mixing and a container. I've also found these at my local dollar store. They were 3 for $1, so a great deal. I highly recommend. You'll also need a 1/2 cup measuring cup. So how to make the slime. First, you want to pour your 1/2 cup of clear glue into the bowl. Give that glue a little mix and then add in the borax solution. I made a mistake here and added way too much borax solution in the beginning. It turned out okay in the end, but I did this before and the borax interacted with the clear glue in a really undesirable way, and it became just a clumpy mess and didn't have time to really fully incorporate. So my advice is to add a little at a time and then mix, and a little at a time and then mix, so it continues to have a lot of flow and movement and doesn't seize up and clump up right away. After you add the borax solution, mix well. When you make slime, you're going to be doing a lot of mixing. In fact, your arm will most certainly get tired. But keep at it, keep incorporating it, and here you'll see air bubbles start to form and the clear glue turning it white. You're on the right track. This is exactly what's supposed to happen. When you're making slime, at some point it's going to start to stick to the side of the bowl. I call this the spiderweb stage. This is when it's just about ready. So slow down, take your time, mix slowly, and add a little bit more solution until it becomes a virtual clump of slime that you can start to manipulate soon. So adding a little bit extra borax solution here, I'm just about ready to pick it up and start to incorporate the slime deeper into the polymer of the glue and stretch. So stretching and kneading the glue is a very important part of the slime making process. The science of making slime is pretty cool. Borax in water forms an ion called the borate ion. When the borax solution you've made is added to the glue solution, the borate ions help link the long polymer molecules to each other so they cannot move and flow as easily, and slime is born. It's a very simple process. If you take it slow and take your time and not rush it, it can be very satisfying. Just you have to get through the sticky stage and get to this stage where it's pliable and you can pick it up and knead it and work with it. And this might look a little overactivated, but with clear slime, you do want it to look like this. You want it to be overactivated because it does get underactivated as it sits in the container. So at this point, we are ready to pop our overactivated clear slime into the container and wait at least a week for this small amount. And here we are a week later. All the air bubbles have escaped and we are left with this beautiful clear slime. This batch of slime was made with a 1/2 cup of clear glue, and it took a week for the air bubbles to escape. The clear slime we're going to be working with in just a moment is about 1.5 cups of clear glue. So it took about 2 weeks for all the air bubbles to escape. So you can see here that it's slightly underactivated. I haven't put any borax solution on it yet. It's important to work with the slime, manipulate it, and knead the slime for a little while after you open it before you add any borax solution, just to take care to not overactivate it. Now let's turn our attention to the larger batch of clear slime that has been sitting for a month and is highly underactivated. It is very drippy, and I'm adding some borax solution to my silicone mat here, and you can see it's just dripping right out and certainly needs some borax solution before I can work with it at all. Adding a little solution at a time, I knead and pull the borax solution into the slime in order to create the right texture for incorporating the dye. And for the dye, I'm just using traditional food coloring that can be found in any grocery store. I'm going with the purple color, so starting with 3 drops of red and 3 drops of blue. I have to say, this part of making slime is very satisfying. My technique is to fold the slime over the food coloring. It immediately starts to absorb into the slime and it won't get your hands all messy. So take your time and slowly pull and knead the food coloring into the slime, adding a little bit of solution as you go because the food coloring will start to deactivate the slime just a bit. The color will slowly start to take form as you continue to pull and fold the slime onto itself. My technique is to go from the top, pull and fold, and then from each side, pull and fold. And at this stage, you will see both the colors mixing together, which is quite beautiful. And here we have almost our final form, our final color. It's a lovely lavender. You can see as I pull it up here, you can still see a little bit of the red, but we're almost finished. I'm going to transition out of voiceover and back into the regular video. Okay, we're back with our normal setup here. I'll do a couple more pops and then I'm gonna say goodbye because I could literally play with this for hours. And I just want to really encourage you to try to make your own slime at home because the slime companies are quite expensive and you have to wait to get it and you might not like the way it smells. So you can make your own slime and you can be in charge of what scent you put in it and the color. Clear slimes are one of my favorites for making these fun pulls, these fun slime windows, I call them. With just amazing drizzles. Look at that. How amazing is that? Something, if you're new to slime, you should know about clear slimes is if you play with it slowly, it will stick to you. So watch. So if I go really slow, it's gonna get sticky. So you gotta be quick with your motions. So don't be afraid to make some quick motions. You can see nothing is sticking to me at all. But if I go slowly, just kind of the nature of the slime, it'll start to stick. But you just pull away a little bit of quickness.